Andrew Tate.
Andrew Tate.
Or you can also call me Top G.
I am a gift to females, created by the one above.
Today, I'm getting a PhD from Hustler University.
Hustler University is the greatest thing that exists on the face of the planet. Hitler conquered Europe with Blitzkrieg. You need to go quickly.
Paying $50 to get yelled at about being more like Hitler.
Virtually every tech company on the planet banned him.
I don't care if they ban me. I don't care if they cancel me. I say what I think. And if some of my views come across in a misogynistic tone, then that is your problem.
Release some greenhouse gases. Please bring me pizza and make sure that these boxes are not recycled.
I do not read books. I don't read books. I don't vote.
I will not administer CPR unless you're a hot female. I'm sitting out here in Romania inside of a house with 20 armed guards with a tower and AR-15s. I've got 10 passports and 55 bank accounts.
That sounds bad.
Why don't they want you to hear from Andrew Tate? They really think he's a worse influence on the youth than, say, Cardi B. Tell us how.
Prosecutors have been assembling evidence against the controversial influencer for months.
Officials say the four people created an organized crime group with the purpose of exploiting women.
Slap, slap, grab, choke, shut up, say.
Okay, it's going to take a lot more than that to have us believe he should be canceled.
Incel, a member of an online community of young men who consider themselves unable to attract women sexually, typically associated with views that are hostile towards women and men who are sexually active. A kickboxing champion who got popular after his career ended, a so-called leader of teen boys, a trillionaire and businessman, an influencer who was banned on every social media platform until recently, and a man who I affectionately like to call a thirsty troglodyte asshat, desperate for women to love him but too full of his own stale shit. Just admit it and move along.
I will not have nerds as children. I refuse to have a nerd carry the name Tate. If my son is a nerd, one of us has to die, him or me, and I'll challenge him to Mortal Kombat.
Everyone's talking about Andrew Tate. He'll tell you that's all by design. But first, oh hi there, hello, hello, hi, it's my face again. Swoop, 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 swoop. Hi, hello, hi, we have finally made it. It's the Andrew Tate doc. I know that I have promised this for a while now. Also, if you're seeing me for the first time, welcome. I'm a filmmaker and make documentaries on unsolved cases, true crime, and social media influencers who abuse their power and manipulate audiences because, as I always say, it's not drama, it's dangerous. If you're into mind-bending deep dives that tell stories from a fresh perspective, that also gives you practical insights to help in your own lives, that's what we do here. So if you're into that, please go ahead and flirt with that like button, give it a little tap, and also hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss a single deep dive. Also, yeah, hi, hello, happy new year. Hope you're doing wonderful. It's good to see you. So many good things coming this year. All right, so like every Swoop doc, I'm gonna break this down into 3 parts: the man, the myth, and the mistake. Now, to give you a fair warning, we will probably be taking this to Petty University a few times. Now, I do want to mention at some points we will be discussing SA, sexual harassment, and human trafficking, because nothing sells alpha male more than beating your girlfriends or police raids searching for abducted women coerced into slave trades while you flex your cliche and predictably boring bro cars and score points for lung cancer. Real cute. Good look there. Hot fire. Anywho, we're gonna dive into all of that as well as enough misogyny, toxic alpha male peacocking, and an avalanche of dumbass advice so thick, so pathetically sad it'll make you look up instructions for how to scrub any remaining thoughts of this man from your brain cells so that you can go back to living a carefree life you had 10 minutes ago. But don't worry, it is not hard to scrub an incel from your thoughts. There's a simple solution. It's called critical thinking and basic education, which all of you already have, so well done. Tater Tot is quaking. Okay, we're gonna dive right in, but real quick, a huge thank you to one of the most exciting sponsors we've ever had, Bright Sellers. Y'all are going to love them. So I don't know about you, but I'm not the greatest with New Year's resolutions, right? Like I usually make them so big or so vague, and they usually focus on taking things away from my life. But this year I wanna focus on trying more things, adding more joy, more time with friends and family. So for me, one way I'm doing this is actually by learning about and trying new wine, honey. honey, and Bright Cellars has made this so fun and so easy, okay? So Bright Cellars is a monthly wine club that sends personalized wine matches directly to your door that are tailored to your taste, so you have the most delicious experience. After you take a quick 7-question quiz, they match you with wines from all over the world, curated to your exact taste, and it's delivered right to your door, so you don't have to waste time at the liquor store trying to buy wine based on like just looking at the label. So let me show you my box. She is a big box. Ooh, look how pretty. Here is the first stack of wines. Yes, honey, yes. Look at this. Ooh, main character. Yes, 2023, we are bringing that main character energy, okay? So a little fun fact, I was actually straight edge for my entire life until just 1 year ago. So I am so new to wine, but I've really been enjoying the process of learning and developing my palate, and Bright Cellars really helps me. Ooh, honey, it's still early in the day. Cheers to us, okay, in the new year. Ooh, that is so smooth. Woo! So each box comes with these wine education cards for each bottle, and you can use these to rate your matches and also use them at a little tasting if you host one for your friends. So like the one for the wine that I'm trying right now, bold tannins are perfectly balanced with dark fruits in this full-bodied red blend. Ripe black cherry and blackberry notes are mellowed by sweet smoke and a smooth finish. Ooh, I feel so fancy talking in wine words. And I think the most rewarding experience for me with this journey has been when I have friends over and we just have a light sip of something together over dinner. It's just been a nice way to relax with good company and experience new wine together, something that I had never done before. And it's something that y'all can do right along with me with just a few clicks of a button. So thank you to Bright Cellars for giving all of you, my wonderful viewers, a limited time offer of $50 off your first 4-bottle box. $50 off, that is huge. You can click the link in the description right now to get started and join me, and cheers to the new year as we experience all the joys it has to offer, and cheers to you as we get in back to the stock. Ooh. And once again, I just want to give all of y'all a huge thank you for being here week after week and into this new year. I am so excited. I have so many amazing new series planned. So thank you again for checking out the videos. Thank you for checking out the sponsors week after week too. That really helps support the channel and it encourages them to come back and sponsor these docs, which is the reason I'm able to make them in the first place.
Perfect men never settle down because perfect men don't have to settle down. If you're a low-value man, you have to give.
I'm the reason the internet broke. So I bring the fire. No, my name's Andrew Tate. I'm a 4-time kickboxing world champion, multimillionaire, extremely humble, nice guy.
So meet Andrew Tate, D-bag, dickhead, CEO of not being drama but being dangerous, okay? Andrew Tate was born on December 14th, 1986 in Chicago, Illinois, making him 36 years old. At age 11, his mother moved him and his 2 siblings across the pond to Luton, England, a town about 35 miles outside of London. So Andrew grew up with his mother, Eileen, and his 2 younger siblings, Tristan and Janine, and his father, international chess master Emery Tate, who cheated on Eileen and stayed back in the good old US of A. Yeah, the apple maybe doesn't fall far from the tree. Dear old Emery has since passed on, but I do want to mention that he was heavily renowned for his chess skills, with Maurice Ashley, the first Black Grandmaster, saying he was absolutely a trailblazer for African American chess. But you know what? Why waste my precious breath telling you about Andrew's family history when he can tell you himself? So take it away, Tater Tot.
My mom and dad split up. We moved to England, and my sister stopped talking to my dad because obviously my mom was upset because he split up, and my dad cheated. And yeah,
you should have expected it.
When my sister stopped talking to my dad, me and my brother obviously still spoke to him, and he said, "Boys, when you're older, you'll understand." Now I'm older, I understand. Yeah. So
yeah.
You know, just dudes being dudes, big bros, cool. Anyways, sorry, I am in a mood today, okay? We got a new year. Swoop is in a new mood. So Andrew's mother, Eileen, is referred to as a housewife and raised her 3 children in relative poverty as she worked at the local Roman Catholic secondary school. Now, Andrew's brother, Tristan, who's 34, might as well be cut from the exact same cloth because, you know, when corporate asks you to find the difference between these 2 men, they're the same person.
Corporate needs you to find the differences between this picture and this picture. Intel has told us there are at least 7.
okay, I already see one. Give him. Okay.
They're the same picture.
Now you can catch Tristan on Tate's speech and generally wallowing in Andrew's shadow every moment of every day. On the other hand, Andrew's sister, Janine, is honestly the main saving grace of this family, and part of that comes from the way she is virtually non-existent on social media. She works as a lawyer in Kentucky, specializing in business and commercial litigation, but you know, since she's a big bad feminist, I guess her brothers want nothing to do with her, saying that, well, Tristan said, "I have nothing bad to say about my sister. She just doesn't talk to me. I haven't spoken to her properly in years. I wish her all the best." And Andrew added, "I have a sister." I'm sorry, I can't help myself. My sister and I don't really talk. I do love her. Sorry, when you see the way this guy talks, just nonstop, he's just like it's just jackhammer in your face.
I had a girlfriend, she was a vegan. I didn't know she was a vegan. Unfortunately, I found out. She said, "Oh, I'll never cook meat for you." I said, "Look, well, I'll be honest with you right now, we're gonna end up splitting up because you're living in my house and I'm paying the bills, and if I want steak, you're cooking it." That was a good 2-hour argument until she eventually cooked the steak. Of course she did. What's she gonna do, lose me?
Sorry, okay. Now, let's get into Andrew's sports career, which y'all, I have to be honest, I am not a kickboxing expert at all, though I did have like a weird phase a few years ago where I used to watch it like often for reasons I'll never know, but a bitch is thorough, so let's chat. Andrew Tate is a 4-time kickboxing champion who has won ISKA championships in 2 different weight divisions. His professional kickboxing record stands at 43-9. Ew, you lost 9. Oh, yeah, I'm in a mood. Okay, so apparently he competed in MMA, and by competed, I mean he literally did 2 fights back in 2010, but you know, go off.
So this is Tate from maybe closer to his prime where he was really focused on kickboxing, and you can see here he has the long pants on. He does come from more of a traditional background, but he has all the same weaknesses as you can see. He's punching in close with his hands low and his chin up. These are habits that I'm telling you, man, when you box, just box, it gets flushed out of your system quick because you come in like that, you get hit with a hard left hook, and you never do it again if you're smart.
So we've got a pretty okay fighter who even tried calling out the Paul brothers. This seems to be like an ongoing feud thing. I think they might even be fighting now. We'll look into that later. But you know, Andrew's got kind of the ego the size of Texas, you know, like everything's bigger in Texas. Now, someone who boys all over the world would like to be like. But the question is, why the hell did this guy get famous? For that, we have to go to one of the darkest corners of the entertainment industry, reality television.
I'm the reason the internet broke. I bring the fire. No, my name's Andrew Tate. I'm a 4-time kickboxing world champion, multimillionaire, extremely humble, nice guy.
In 2016, Andrew Tate, I'll get better at it. Andrew Tate was cast as one of the housemates on the 17th season of Big Brother UK. Now, if y'all have never had the delight of watching the show, essentially a group of housemates live in isolation for weeks on end in a custom-built house and are monitored 24/7 by cameras, completing tasks with the goal of not being evicted. So Tater Tot rolls up and starts playing the game, right? He's a pro athlete, fresh off his career, and is here to win by sticking his long ass neck into everybody's business. Well, not exactly. Our big, strong boxer boy, B-O-I, okay, we're taking it back, boy, lasted a whole 6 days in the house, being removed after a video came to light of him, I don't know, beating a woman with his belt. Yes, we're going straight into that. Now, Andrew had already been under scrutiny for posting a slew of homophobic, sexist, and racist tweets prior to being on the show, but this video was the last straw. In a statement from Channel 5, they say, Andrew was not removed because of his actions inside the house, nor was he removed for tweets allegedly posted by, I like how they say allegedly, he's like openly homophobic and sexist and racist, but they're just like allegedly. But he was not removed for tweets allegedly posted by him prior to his entering the house. Andrew was removed because of information which came to light today. Whoopsie! Andrew tried to spin it because, of course he did, saying that I had a new plan which was wait, let me get my English accent together. Is this it? Alright, we're going to pretend to be Andrew Tate now. I had a new plan which was much better than calling them all snakes, and the producers of the show were worried that if I got caught I was going to get kicked off in a big way. A really big way. Big. Sorry. Swoop is gonna calm down, I promise.
Some child is outside enjoying their life, playing with toys and smiling in the sunshine and having fun. I hate happiness. I hate happy children. Anyway, you're all losers. We've discussed this before.
But if he got kicked off of Big Brother basically immediately after moving in, then how the hell did he get so famous? Well, it all comes down to 3 words. Social media, bitch. Just go with it.
I need to have a position of power and control, and I need to know she's loyal to me for life. That's what I want. That's what I enjoy. I want to walk in the house and say, dinner. Bitch, where is it?
Perfect men never settle down because perfect men don't have to settle down.
There's also a lot of people who are depressed who sit there and go, I'm depressed, I don't know why. Because you're broke, because you're fat, because you're a loser.
Yeah, but that's weird. It's really not weird. I think ahead, motherfucker. I have a machete next to my bed. In fact, there's at least one, depending on the room, between 1 and 3 machetes hidden in every single room in my house, even bathrooms.
Between July 10th and the 23rd, Andrew Tate generated more Google searches than Kim Kardashian, Donald Trump, and C19. Like, bitch, this man took Miss 19's crown, and for what? For what?
Were you arrested for human trafficking? What happened?
Yeah, I was not arrested. So what happened is I suffered from a case of swatting. It's very popular with people who are large on the internet. Many large YouTubers have been swatted.
Now, let's talk about the numbers for a second. So, Andrew was on all of the major platforms, including Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitch, among others like Discord and Reddit. In 2022, Tate went viral on TikTok, where videos tagged #Andrew Tate have been viewed 13.8 billion times. On YouTube, the newly banned account had 768,000 subscribers in August, and before its removal, Tate's channel on Twitch only had 50,000 followers, but he has appeared on channels with as many as 6.4 million followers because people keep platforming him even if he's gone. Now, here's where things start to get sticky. So social media, while like a great marketing tool for most people, can quickly get out of control. And when you're selling some unpopular takes, hell hath no fury like the internet scorned.
I need to have a position of power and control, and I need to know she's loyal to me for life. That's what I want. That's what I enjoy. I want to walk in the house and say, dinner. Bitch, where is it? And not in a horrible way, in a, I love you so much, I call you bitch. Where the fuck's my food? I enjoy that position of power. You're not gonna have that if you ain't got hoes.
So believe it or not, Tater Tot first started gaining traction on Twitter, the site that produces really the best and worst of humanity simultaneously. Andrew found himself caught in not 1, not 2, but 3 scandals over the Twitter sphere before the rest of this shit went down.
I don't know what kind of bitch-ass dude is letting his chicks go to the club with her friends without him. No. You stay in the house. You don't go nowhere.
We're just gonna have to do a speed run on these scandals. Just go ahead, buckle the hell up, because it is going to be a bumpy ride.
There's also a lot of people who are depressed who sit there and go, I'm depressed, I don't know why. Because you're broke, because you're fat, because you're a loser. Nobody told you at any point you're supposed to be happy all of the time.
So Suicide Prevention Month takes place every September and is meant to raise awareness about mental health issues and provide support for those in need. It's well respected and a cause that every human being should be able to get behind, considering the fact that we all have, you know, like brains and emotions. But I guess not Tater Tot. Bitch, okay, you thought depression is a weakness, bro. There's no need to be sad, big dog. Andrew Tate is here to set the record straight. Honestly, like, people who live through depression, me being someone who has come through it a few times, and one of the times being very severe, I can pretty much say if you make it through depression, you're the strongest motherfucker on the planet, okay? That's just kind of how it is. According to the Anxiety and Depression Association of America, major depressive disorder affects more than 16.1 million US adults, or about 6.7% of the population over the age of 18 in any given year. That's over 18. There's many who are under that age. Now, depression is a serious mental health condition and should be treated as such. It has caused the premature deaths of countless loved ones, personal heroes, celebrities, and almost myself, and should never be taken lightly, even if you're a big, strong bro who works out and gets girls. Like, yeah. I don't know what that was. If you are currently walking through the hell that is and can be depression, just know you absolutely can make it through this, and you will make it through this. I promise you. I promise you. Just be here. That is the only thing you need to do. Just be here. One day at a time, stay here, stay with us, be here, and it will get better, I promise. And there are so many resources to reach out to of people who are willing and ready to listen and to help you. But just don't think about anything else. Just be here. That's all. All right, so Tate over here is saying that depression isn't real during Suicide Prevention Month on the internet. Well, oops, guess he didn't know his audience, because Andrew tries to fire back with some more bullshit with choice gems like, wait, let me read this in my tater tot voice. So desperate to be all happy and have an excuse not to change it, and it must suck to look at life that hard, boo-hoo! But you know, who was on the horizon? Could it be our Twitter savior? Who would have seen Patton Oswalt would deliver the read of the year? Or like J.K. Rowling of all people. This thread will teach you a lot about the defense mechanism of projection, but zero about the real mental illness that is depression. Y'all, I never thought that I would see the current day where I agree with a TERF queen, but points were made. I cannot deny. And you know what? My favorite Andrew Tate shade, I gotta have a little moment right now. I know we're getting a little off topic, but since we have been talking about Andrew Tate, Top G, he calls himself Top G all the time. Have you ever met Bottom G? Honestly, I live for Bottom G. If the world had more Bottom G and less Top G, I think we'd be a much better society. Okay, anyways, let's move on.
Yeah, but that's weird. It's really not weird. I think ahead, motherfucker. I have a machete next to my bed. In fact, there's, depending on the room, between 1 and 3 machetes hidden in every single room in my house, even bathrooms. That would, well, firstly, even if that was the case, that wouldn't be misogyny.
But what did you mean by what you said? That's
not misogyny because it's not anti-women. I'm saying that an 18 or a 19-year-old woman would be more desirable.
Pretty anti-25-year-old woman.
Anti-25-year-old women we can argue, but not misogyny.
Well, that's misogyny then, isn't it?
No, it's not.
Well, being anti any woman at all is misogyny.
Not when I'm saying that women are beautiful and attractive at a certain age and saying that age.
You're saying 18, 19-year-olds are more attractive than 25.
Well, than ageist perhaps, but misogynistic absolutely
Is that
not.
really? But you just accepted it was misogyny.
No, I didn't. You said it was misogyny. I'm telling you, no, it's not.
So
Now, y'all know that I am a survivor of SA and DV, and as someone who has worked in the entertainment and music industries, I am no stranger to people abusing their power. Trust me, I haven't even gone down the road of sharing those stories, but it's a nightmare sometimes. Now, at the height of the hashtag #MeToo movement and the push against Harvey Weinstein in 2017, our favorite tiny little tater tot decided to toss his hat into the ring. Our resident ladies man saw the horrific account of abuse at the hands of top Hollywood executive and had the whole grain gluten-free man being overpaid for existing audacity to come in swinging. Here's the warm-up, and I quote, "SA is disgusting and inexcusable. However, a man looking at you or whistling at you or asking your name isn't harassment. This belief does discredit as a whole. I gotta do it in a regular voice. Stick to the serious definitions and stop pretending normal male behavior is R-word." The fact that I have to censor R-word still in this year. Then Andrew builds up to this. If you go out, meet a guy, take his drinks all night, go to his apartment drunk, start to kiss him, then he grabs your tits, not harassment. Consent is not a word in this man's vocabulary. Secondly, Harvey, creep? Obviously. But women have been exchanging sex for opportunity for a very long time. Some did this, weren't abused. That's the thing, when people take one person's profession, like sex workers, and then suddenly somehow that has to do with the victims over here who were abused, and you're just acting like there's no bridge there. But for Tate's grand finale, he delivered this. If you put yourself in a position to be R-worded, you must bear some responsibility. Where on earth does this make sense? Oh right, in the brain of a man who said that a video of him hitting a female partner with a belt and calling her a whore was consensual.
Men who have mental health issues, I wish them the best in the world.
Okay, great.
But when they come to me and say, I'm depressed and I can't go to the gym, I say, no, I disagree. You're depressed because you don't go to the gym.
Before we get into Tate's business, the crimes, and the potential impact his legacy can have on society, I want to take a minute to dig deeper into his beliefs and how he presents them to his followers. We need to take a little trip to the Matrix.
You take the red pill, you stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
Welcome to red pilling, boys, girls, gays, and theys. According to Urban Dictionary, red pilling is a term used by conservative internet users to favorably describe their own socio-political viewpoints. At its most basic level, it means to have been made aware of something obscure or forbidden. Yeah, just like Morpheus himself, this man, this man is going to be the one to pull back the wizard's curtain and show you the secrets and teach you how to be better.
I come home. My 4 wives are sitting there. Andrew, you need to wear a new deadly contagion. I pick up my sword. I am the commander of this house. I decide if there's a contagion. I decide what I do. Be quiet. Cook.
I cannot take someone seriously who thinks that the Matrix and the movie and Morpheus is a real thing. These are grown-ass men who are adopting the principles of a fictional piece of writing that was transformed into a film for blockbuster entertainment, and y'all think this shit is like actually, okay, let me calm down. So Andrew thinks he's evolved. He's taken the red pill and is now so far ahead of the average human's understanding that he just has to share his knowledge, bro. That's where this storm of manosphere and men's rights activism comes in.
I would not see my infidelity as nearly anywhere near even 1% as disgusting as female infidelity, because female infidelity just involves emotion. You will not sleep with a man you don't like. I can sleep with a woman I don't like. It's a completely different thing. I can be head over heels in love with a woman, ready to die for her, ready to take a bullet for her, protect her, give her all the money in the world, make sure she has a beautiful family, a nice big house, all of it. And I'll still f that bitch. Watch me.
So the manosphere is essentially an echo chamber of men who are angry with the state of gender politics. Now, some winning quotes from these man babies include, "Divorce socializes women to be opportunistic parasites in the lives of men." Well, maybe men shouldn't get divorced then. Men are stripped out of their families and becoming walking wallets because that suits the state. It's very well documented feminist objective of 40 years to destroy the nuclear family. They seem like real winners. I love how especially they are accusing women of destroying the nuclear family when they're straight and trying to marry women who are the ones who are birthing the nuclear family. So without women birthing them, you don't have a nuclear family. So like it kind of kills your point, doesn't it? But cool, got your big boy pants on, I see. All right, pull them up now. Now, y'all know that men's rights are important. Human rights are important, right? Especially when we're talking about things like a female on male DV, men's mental health, and the impact of the media on masculinity and social expectations. All of that has far-reaching ramifications, but defending it should not come at the degradation and abuse of women or anyone. And with things like the gender pay gap, the race wage gap, and I don't know, the perpetual ban on the female body, I literally still cannot just like go to the beach topless like my male counterparts because it's against the law. Sorry, it's hard to have sympathy for the ideas of the MRA because again, it's at the expense of abusing women.
Men who have mental health issues, I wish them the best in the world.
Okay, great.
But when they come to me and say, and I get this all the time, Andrew, I have this problem, I'm depressed and I can't go to the gym. I say, no, I disagree. You're depressed because you don't go to the gym. If you go to the gym, you might start to feel better, right? I'm saying you can't sit as a man and afford the luxury of saying, I have a mental health issue today, I'm sad today, I'm stressed today, I'm emotional today, I can't work.
Oh, right, because only betas care about mental health. Well then, what does an alpha look like?
I spent my life fighting in the cage. I'm not scared of her. I think relationships are a beautiful thing. I think that the synergy between men and women are a beautiful thing if they are correctly collaborated. I think that that's what makes society function. I think that's what makes the world function. I think that men and women falling in love and having children and having families are very, very beautiful things as long as it's done correctly, as long as the woman obeys like she's supposed to.
Yeah, pass. The last piece of this cursed puzzle is the alpha male archetype. Now, I can't believe that I'm going to say this, but according to Harvard Business Review, highly intelligent, confident, and successful alpha males represent about 70% of all senior executives. As the label implies, they're the people who aren't happy unless they're the top dogs, the one calling the shots. Believe it or not, the team at Impulsive said it best.
He has built a platform on this return to alpha masculine traditionalist beliefs where, woman at center of household, cooking for the kids, cleaning, raising the kids, man at war, whatever. And he's been spewing this rhetoric now for a long time. The issue is with all of that is he is not a traditionalist in his own life. He has no family. He has no wife. He's 37 years old, 36.
With a Bugatti and a jet.
He has made the majority of his money off of cam girls, OnlyFans management,
Pyramid
and
scheme.
casinos. Okay? The downfalls of the traditionalist male. And so my question is, and my interest and my curiosity is, how can you preach a return to traditionalism and conservatism when your entire platform and your entire net worth is based on the same things that you preach against?
I can't believe that I am agreeing with, yeah, new things, new year.
I can tell you all about the war room. I'm going to try and get very, very simple with my pitch. An escape from the Matrix. If you're smart enough to understand that there's more to the world than you see around you, then you join the war room.
Okay, so now that we know about Tate's backstory, his beliefs, and his previous scandals, let's start getting into the money, honey, starting with the webcamming shit.
In a previous life, in a long time ago, in a previous life, I ran a webcam studio. So I had a bunch of, no, this is true. I had women who worked for me on webcam, and we ran a studio. It was a big operation, right? And the dudes with the smallest were obviously the Chinese, and second were your friends there. Sorry, it's true, right?
Riveting. So once upon a time, two brothers had a dream of making fat stacks, piles of cash, coin, if you will, whatever we're calling it now. Given that they were both super masculine chick magnets, they always had girls around, and then it came to them. They should start a webcamming business and use their girlfriends and their girlfriends' friends to scam dudes out of money. And they lived happily ever after the end.
Tax is also another important element for controlling your woman. You're not going to pay anybody tax because you're getting paid in Bitcoin. So you don't need to pay tax to anybody. But you need to tell your girl that you're paying the tax. Because girls are lazy, and girls are stupid, and girls don't understand how taxes work.
The Mirror interviewed Andrew and Tristan, and they said it themselves. It's a total scam, Andrew told the newspapers, stating that the venture was nevertheless legal. I have real professionals who are fluent in English, behind the scenes getting men hooked, finding out their interests, the name of their dog. What's even slimier is that Andrew is constantly bragging about the women that work for him, saying that I am an expert in all male-female interaction. Sorry, I can't even read this shit. It's so ridiculous. I've been running a webcam studio for nearly a decade. I've had 75 girls work for me. Over 50% were actually my girlfriends at the time. None were in the adult entertainment industry before they met me. He was probably only dating women to exploit them for profit, and also he needed women in order to have a business because he couldn't do one on his own. It required exploiting women, which means women actually had the control in your business. But anyways, that's a whole other point that he's not ready for.
I never read. I find it boring. It's slow to me. I like fast things. Look, put it in a YouTube video. I'll watch it for 3 or 4 minutes while I'm driving. I like impulsive, quick things. I don't have the patience to read. I don't read.
Before we get into Andrew's conquests, we're currently running late to our campus tour. So welcome to Hustlers University. Hustler University, Andrew Tate's pride and joy, his magnum opus, his online course to teach you, yes you, how to be a top G.
Think you're smart? I bought this coin and it's going up. You could have bought any coin and it went up in the last year. The Matrix was broken.
Hustlers University is the greatest thing that exists on the face of the planet for people who are trying to escape the Matrix. Become Hustlers University. Welcome to the metaverse. Inject it into your brain.
You can skip university, you can buy my program, and I guarantee you will know everything you need to know. Have you ever seen a college professor with an S53 and a McLaren and a Lambo and an Aston Martin standing next to a Porsche? No, you've never seen any of this. I know how to make.
I'm sorry, I still get stuck on man-children fanboying this old-ass movie, The Matrix, and letting that govern their lives while bragging that they're the Top G is just the dumbest shit to me. I can't stop thinking about that. Yeah, according to NBC, Tate's newfound stardom coincides with a push to promote his subscription-based online course, Hustlers University 2.0. Bitch, there was a 1.0 and like a 1.5? We made it to 2. Why are you guys giving this guy money? Anyways, Hustler Unity 2.0, which many people have described as a pyramid scheme. Tate's website bills the program as a community where me and dozens of war room soldiers will teach you exactly how to make money. Tate charges a $49 monthly subscription fee to access the program, which recommends generating additional income by referring others to the program and posting videos on social media to promote the course.
I can tell you all about the war room. I'm gonna try and make it very, very simple with my pitch. If you watch The Matrix.
Like the video!
If you watch The Matrix, when Morpheus says, you don't look for me, or no, you say you look for me, but I find you, right? The war room is to wake you up from the Matrix. That's what I teach. So we teach, I don't want to tell exactly what we teach because of what we teach, but if you're looking for an escape from the Matrix, if you're smart enough to understand that there's more to the world than you see around you, then you join the war room at CobraTake.com.
So, spoiler alert, Hustler University is essentially a Discord server that you pay $49 a month for to learn things that you could have learned on Google.com. I can't, like, this man is real, and that is just a pile of garbage that people are falling for. People pay Andrew Tate almost $50 a month to have access to successful people, like-minded followers of Tate, and the war room. What? What's the war room? I'm sorry, I'm really trying to get through this one, but the whole thing is just so stupid. Now, whatever you think the war room is, you're gonna be disappointed. Okay, trust me. The war room is another Discord server. Ooh, Anyway, since a bitch isn't about to give money to Andrew Tate himself, let's take a look inside Hustler University through the wonderful magical world of YouTube where someone else paid for it, so I don't have to.
I mean, it's only been one day, so like, I don't have a Bugatti yet, but I will if I keep watching these videos, right? Right?
The promise sold to the faithful soldiers of the war room is that they will make basically instant money if they follow this course. Got it? Okay, okay, good.
Can you make money today? No job, but still money arriving into your bank account, yes or no? This is, I don't understand the sentence, I'm sorry. It's not proper English. Welcome to Hustlers University 2.0, a community where me and dozens of war room soldiers will teach you exactly how to make money. I can't wait. I'm about to make so much money, they're gonna call me Richie Rich in a minute.
Yeah, they did not call him Richie Rich in a minute.
But the information is misleading and it's teaching people the wrong way, and all they're going to do is lose more money.
CoffeeZilla sums it up, honestly saying that,
I mean, think about it. You've been told you're gonna escape the Matrix. You're gonna take the red pill. But what you end up doing in this course is sort of learning how to run an Amazon side hustle for Jeff Bezos. Like, no offense, you're not breaking the Matrix. You work for the richest guy in the world.
But the thing is, his followers are so consumed in their own insecurities and how threatened they are by women and secure men that they buy into Andrew Potato Boy's drivel, and Tate knows that. Andrew Tate doesn't give a shit about these man children. Like you. I'm talking to you, Carl, okay? Steven, you too, bro, okay? Brah. So the thing is, he only cares that you're paying him money so that he can spoon feed you lies about what it takes to get a woman like me, caring, loyal, successful, got my own money, you know, a pretty bitch.
I brush my teeth every morning, spit it out, I go like this in the mirror, and I lean forward and I pause. And I say these words, pretty bitch.
Oh shit, sorry, I forgot. Y'all men out there, you're not supposed to want a successful, talented woman who will help push you to greatness and women who make their own money. Right, so sorry. Let me fix that. Andrew Tate only cares that you're paying him money to learn how to get a pretty woman who doesn't make any money of her own so that she can just spend all of yours instead. Money that you don't have because you spent it on Andrew Tate. Did I get that? Did I get that right, Steve? Carl, how we doing, Carl? We coming up, Carl? Okay, hustle. We hustling, Carl.
If a girl follows me and she's hot and I see a single picture of her in a private jet, it's block. Women can't afford jets. Women are all brokies. Why are you flying around on some man's jet? You should have been a virgin when I met you.
And you know, because Leonardo DiCaprio over here is selling you snake oil, he will shuck and jive and tap dance like a misogyny minstrel show while you toss coins in the hat on the street and fatten his pockets for no reason other than you just needed a dumbass insecure man who barks loudly to lie to you and tell you that your insecurities are actually just flaws in women when women ain't got to do with it. You thought you were getting LeBron James, okay? Instead you got LaShawn complains, okay? Get your money back, boo-boo. You got scammed.
Because in reality, like, you guys got scammed.
But I said that if a woman is going out with a man, she belongs to that man. That's his woman. So she wants to do OnlyFans. She owes him some money because she's his. Yes, that's what I said.
Well, that's crazy. You think if a man...
The reason I talk about women the way I do is because I hold myself such a high standard as an individual. I don't make mistakes. I'm a professional. I know exactly how to act and exactly what to do. I do not need a woman to motivate me, to be my mother, to convince me to put the video games down. Please stop smoking weed. Everything I've done fantastic. I've done completely and utterly by myself. I did it without you. My life's amazing in every single possible metric. Now I'm going to allow you to join it, and therefore you're going to bend to my reality and my will. That's not me being an arrogant and a psycho. That's me just being completely realistic about my achievements as an individual.
Except that your entire business and promise to your incel simps requires and revolves entirely around women. You literally need women to make money for you. That's the thing. You need women.
Women are absolutely happy saying, you know what? I know I have the best man on the planet and I know I make him happy. Women are happy with that.
Yeah, that's true.
They're far more happy with that than they are working some fucking career.
Yeah.
And some garbage. Oh, I have thoughts and opinions and a job.
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
Have kids, sit at home, be quiet, make coffee.
Yeah.
And it makes everybody happier.
If women are so dumb, if women are so worthless, should just be quiet, shouldn't be career oriented, if women aren't equal in intelligence and value as human beings to this world and should only be serving men, then why y'all thirst for us so bad? Why y'all need us so bad? Why we stay rent-free in your head so long? Why you all obsessed with us?
And I'd be like, why are you so obsessed with me? I know, right? It's so embarrassing.
You know, if we ain't got value, then just like grab some lube and use your dusty ass hand and be done with it, okay? I'm sorry, Mom, it had to be said. If you don't care about and why y'all spend this money trying to impress us? Why you wear those clothes and comb your hair? Wait, sorry, you bald. Why you dress like that and apply that high gloss finish to your head trying to get us to pay attention to you, okay? Out here looking like Diddy's lip gloss.
Stop dancing in clubs. It ain't sexy. We don't want to see you twerking. We don't want to see you dancing. Men don't like those outlandish women. You being out there on the dance floor in front of 5,000 men, overconfident, shaking your ass, is not the kind of thing a man wants to see. We don't want to see that. As a person, deep inside, they want the girl in the corner who says, I don't want to be dancing in front of all these men like that. So stop dancing first.
Y'all out here looking like a damn peacock, flexing all your freshly pressed feathers, fighting for our attention, except you all pee and no you know what I mean?
Women don't respect men with no hose.
The inane lack of any critical thinking or logic here defies all notions of the limits that you thought peak stupidity looked like and cross straight into just plain old embarrassing for people with this mentality.
I believe the woman is given to the man. I believe she's given away by the father. I believe she belongs to the man.
So fundamentally, all right. So fundamentally, you do believe that a woman becomes a man's property at marriage.
I believe she belongs to the man in marriage, correct?
Right. You see, that to me is misogyny.
And you're entitled to your opinion.
You know, you claim our role is to serve you, yet here you are breaking your necks trying to get us to even look at you. How your balls hanging now? Men like this are so preoccupied by trying to get some woman to handle the mess between your legs that you forgot how to handle the mess between your skull. So by that logic, the only conclusion I could make is, you stupid.
You say a lot of stuff about women like that they're your property.
That's not what I said. I was talking about an OnlyFans company when that question was asked. But I said that if a woman is going out with a man, she belongs to that man. That's his woman. So she wants to do OnlyFans. She owes him some money because she's his. Yes, that's what I said.
That's crazy. You think if
so this has all been proven, right? Men are more likely. Read the study. It's more likely men are out there.
Study.
Google it.
And if everyone thought like you did, right, we would have no scientific achievements on this planet. We would still be living inside a caves.
Andrew Tate suffers from what I like to call BDS, barking dog syndrome. This is where a person who suffers from an extreme lack of critical thinking and the ability to contribute much value to society or, conversation, just barks instead. You know, like those tiny little dogs who are like constantly barking and yapping. Yeah, that's barking dog syndrome. BDS is a very common disorder amongst small-minded men still living mentally in 1932 who never graduated from the frat house and thinks women owe them everything. Like, people often don't pay them any attention, so they overcompensate their own insecurities of being tiny in the mind with their archaic and boring thinking that they bark a lot.
No matter where you've been, or whatever amazing things you've done, or what expensive cars you've been in, etc., shut up. When you sit there and talk about the time you went to Thailand for 3 months, you talk about freedom and finding herself and finding her spirit, how naked was she? Don't tell us. We don't want to hear it. Lie. You've never been nowhere. You've never done nothing. Never been a Lambo.
And in their minds, he who barks the loudest thinks this equates to facts. They think that, hey, if I shout about all of this all the time, if I shout over everyone, then they'll think whatever is coming out of my mouth is facts and not just my tiny, typically baseless opinion.
Everything I've done fantastic, I've done completely and utterly by myself. I did it without you. My life's amazing in every single possible metric. Now I'm going to allow you to join it, and therefore you're going to bend to my reality and my will. That's not me being arrogant and a psycho. That's me just being completely realistic about my achievements as an individual.
It's a pretty good case. Cobra, I am exhausted. What woman can keep up with you?
And he thinks the louder and the more rapid fire jackhammering he talks, that somehow that's going to fool people into thinking he has authority on the subject when really he's just a loud ass, tiny minded little dog barking.
If I did, it would be in no way comparable to a female having sex with another man. In no way comparable. It wouldn't be on the same page.
Oh, and in case y'all didn't know, there actually is a cure for barking dog syndrome. It's this new medication called Grow the Bitch. Class dismissed.
He walks in the door, my mom's like, Emery, where you been? It's been 2 months. I don't know where you've been. My dad had been home for 42 minutes. And he'd just go, sorry, son, she won't shut up. He walks in the door, my mom's like, Emery, where you been? It's been 2 months. I don't know where you've been. What is this? I've gone through your clothes. There's a picture of some in your da-da-da. And my dad had been home for 42 minutes. And he'd just go, sorry, son, she won't shut up. Walked out again. See you in 2 months.
I want to hear about it.
A father doesn't have to be around. This is a big mistake. This is another big mistake, especially among the conservatives and the tradcons and all this crap. The idea that a father needs to sit around like a second mother to make a child healthy is a fallacy. In fact, I'd say it's detrimental to the child.
Sounds like you have daddy issues. Now listen, okay, I personally hate the phrase daddy issues because of the way that it's been manipulated and weaponized by sad man children anytime they want to shame a woman and have nothing intelligent to contribute to the conversation. But we're gonna do what we always do in a Swoop doc, dig up the actual facts around this, because I'm sure some of you have been just accused of, oh, you just have daddy issues, right? We've all heard it at some point in life. So here are some words written and medically reviewed by a doctor, because doctors are smart. Andrew Tate is not a doctor. Daddy issues has no precise definition. Still, it's become a popular catch-all phrase for how the relationship with one's father in childhood impacts someone in adulthood, especially with a father who is absent or emotionally unavailable. The term is often used in a derogatory way to describe women who date older men, call their sexual partner daddy, or any other behavior that someone might deem aberrant or unusual. Despite its prevalence, daddy issues isn't a clinical term or a disorder recognized by the American Psychiatric Association's latest update of the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders. Sexist men love to weaponize anything and everything against a woman by calling it daddy issues. If she's frigid, she has daddy issues. If she's a hoe, she has daddy issues. If she's dominating and masculine, she has daddy issues. If she's too feminine, she has daddy issues. If she's waiting for a man to pay her bills, she has daddy issues. If she makes her own money and is paying her own damn bills, she has daddy issues. Like, women can't win with these assets because it is a cyclical trap that only results in you losing if you were to play their stupid game. Now, real quick, let's learn why is the concept of daddy issues even gendered. The suggestion that women will become father fixated as the result of an unresolved electric complex perhaps gave rise to the gendered perspective that is often attached to the concept of daddy issues. However, while the term daddy issues is frequently used to negatively describe and even mock women's behavior in relationships, daddy issues can impact anyone who may carry psychological wounds from their relationship with their father into adulthood. While it manifests itself differently in different people, at its core, those with a father complex are looking for validation from the men in their lives.
He walks in the door, my mom's like, Emery, where you been? It's been 2 months. I don't know where you've been. What is this? I've gone through your clothes. There's a picture of some bitch in your da-da-da. And my dad had been home for 42 minutes, and he'd just go, sorry, son, she won't shut up. Walked out again. See you in 2 months.
Now, shockingly, Tater Tot, you turned to fighting as a profession and then bashing women in retirement. Sounds like daddy issues. Seriously, think about it for a second. If the concept of daddy issues at its core is the idea that people are looking for validation from the men in their lives, and you got dudes like Bro Tato Chip Andrew over here barking constantly about how many women he can sleep with, how he'll only date 19-year-olds, how much money he's made of, women, blah, 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 cars, blah, 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 blah. Sounds like the child inside him, who clearly hasn't matured and grown up even though he's like 36, is desperately trying to prove his worth. The man-child inside him is throwing tantrums, looking for the validation of his daddy because his daddy was largely not there in his life and cheated on his mom, because ain't no woman gonna validate him for being dumb. I would venture to guess that his mama, his sister ain't gonna be too impressed by how many women he's slept with. Think about it. And the most ironic part of this is that daddy issues, like the negative side of daddy issues, is nothing more than the fault of the man, the daddy. To put it the way that Tate would on any other topic, daddy couldn't man up and get his balls together and raise his own damn children like a man and provide for his children in a multi-dimensional way that they needed. So yes, daddy issues. Daddy has issues.
Yeah, so I think that being a man is very, very difficult. Men's issues, like myself, comes forward and finally manages to garner huge percentiles of the public support. I'm silenced.
We have to talk about the sex, lies, and crimes of one Mr. Tate.
Besides you and the police, I don't often answer questions.
Okay. He's definitely had a police interview in the past.
I don't like to answer open-ended questions because I feel like they're a trap.
It's no surprise that our man-child who needs a woman to feel validated is a bit of a world traveler. To get you caught up, here's what happened. In a now-deleted video posted to his YouTube channel, Andrew Tate stated that he decided to move to Romania in part because it was easier to be absolved of R-word charges in Eastern Europe. I wish I was joking. Tater Tot himself said, 40% of the reason I moved to Romania was because R-word laws are more lenient there. I'm not an effing R-wordist, but I like the idea of just being able to do what I want. Wait, I gotta put this in the accent. Romania is a beautiful place. There's no feminists. There's no open homosexuality. No homosexual agenda. I love it when people say that there is a homosexual agenda. Like all of the gays just got together from all the planet and had a boardroom meeting with like Liza Minnelli at the head table or something, like the director. And like, they just decided we have an agenda and we shall program our agenda. It's just no homosexual agenda, no feminists. It's corrupt, which suits me because I'm effing rich. No immigrants or refugees, which is great because it means no one gets stabbed. So Andrew is not only sexist, misogynist, but he's also homophobic and xenophobic. What a catch. I really just Can't resist such a gem of a man, 10 out of 10. But even Romania isn't safe for a swell human being like our Andy boy. No, sir. It turns out their police department actually does give a when it comes to certain things. In a statement provided to the Daily Beast, Romania's Directorate for Investigating Organized Crime and Terrorism said the raid on Tate's house was part of an investigation that began after a woman was reported to be held at the house against her will. As the probe continued, it escalated to include crimes of human trafficking and R-word. In case it wasn't clear, Andrew's home was raided by the police for potential trafficking. For those of y'all who don't know, human trafficking is defined as involving the use of force, fraud, or coercion to obtain some type of labor or commercial act. This can be anything from telling immigrants that you'll give them a better life and then forcing them into agricultural work with little or no pay, aka modern slavery, or to entrapping someone into debt that they can only pay off by working for their captor. I'm by no means an expert on this topic, but I do want to make it clear that human trafficking isn't always related to S work, and it doesn't only affect women. But in Andrew's case, we don't really know what the full situation is, just that 2 women who were reported missing were found on his property, and that he's allegedly entrapped women he's in a relationship with to perform on webcam for money. Allegedly, again, this whole video, again, it's my opinions, thoughts, research, and it's all allegedly. Form your own opinion. Child. Okay, hi, hello. So this is the future me now. So after I finished this entire doc and I was getting ready to post it for y'all, I came across the news that Andrew Tate and his brother Tristan have been arrested. And while it's absolutely horrifying the things that they have been arrested for, I would never celebrate that. I am absolutely so excited to see him arrested for something. So I didn't want to delay posting this doc anymore, so I'm just gonna go over some of that bullet points of what we know so far. I pulled up this Vox article because the circumstances around him getting arrested are just the most petty thing and so phenomenal. Misogynist influencer Andrew Tate, who once said he moved from the UK to Romania because R-word laws are more lenient there, was arrested on December 29th of charges of R-word and human tea. Now, the country's Directorate for Investigating Organized Crime and Terrorism said that Tate and his brother Tristan are suspected of having recruited victims for a criminal online pee scam. They said that Tate recruited victims by making them believe they were interested in genuine relationships. This is a common coercive tactic. Then transported their victims to then live in houses. They were under constant surveillance and forced to act in pee videos under threats of violence. The videos of them would have then been sold online, and I would guess against their will. There's a lot of speculation, and there's some sources saying that no, it's not actually like how it really went down, but still, it's a petty story. I'm here for it. The way this all came about, him getting arrested, Andrew Tate tweeted Greta Thunberg. Y'all probably know her. She is a 19-year-old. Okay, so he tweets to Greta, hello Greta Thunberg. Wait, I gotta do this in my obnoxious Andrew Tate. Greta Thunberg, I have 33 cores. My Bugatti has a W16 8.0L. Who gives a fuck? I can't even read this because I don't care. My Bugatti has blah 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 quad turbo. My 2 Ferrari blah 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 words numbers. This is just the start. Please provide your email address so I could send a complete list of my car collection and their respective enormous emissions. So he's being like a jackass, right? Trying to be like, look, I've got 33 of these like big fancy cars. And so Greta responds to him, whoo, Petty University, I feel it bubbling up. She retweets him and says, yes, please do enlighten me. Email me at smallenergy@getalife.com, bitch! Whoo! It was the read of the century. Y'all, we about to make Greta Thunberg honorary doctoral candidate to Petty University. Okay, we go send her some merch. So then he comes out with this video reply, and it is so embarrassing.
Release some greenhouse gases. I'm obviously a stranger to online controversy. It's not something I often do. But now, the mainstream press is commenting on the fact that I was informing Greta that my very extensive car collection with internal combustion engines, which run on dead dinosaurs, have an enormous emission. And she replied by telling me her own email address. Greta's email address is, I have small dick energy. Why would that be your own email address? I mean, obviously I don't want to assume her gender. It's 50-50. I'm not actually mad at Greta. Please bring me pizza and make sure that these boxes are not recycled. So I'm not actually mad at Greta.
right? Because she doesn't realize she's been programmed. She doesn't realize she's a slave of the Matrix. She thinks she's doing good. The global Matrix got this bot farm to like and retweet and all this bot commenting to try and pretend that her telling me that she has a small in her own email address somehow teaches me a lesson.
And so it's alleged, it is rumored that those pizza boxes that Andrew had, that the authorities in Romania had been watching him for all of this time, and they saw these pizza boxes, and so the pizza boxes verified, yep, he's in the country, time to crack that ass! So he was arrested, his brother was arrested, property has been seized, cars have been seized, all of this is going down, and Greta Thunberg has another clapback of the century, and she just tweets, "This is what happens when you don't recycle your pizza boxes." So the bit of research that I've done, he was initially being held for 24 hours at the time. They extended it to 30 days. He is still in jail, even though somebody is tweeting from his account like constantly, and it makes it seem like Andrew Tate is out, but rest assured he is not. I will follow up either in another doc if you guys want me to, let me know in the comments, or I will just keep some updates on Twitter. Make sure you follow me on Twitter at SpankyV. I do hope that they have enough to charge him with. I want to see that man go to jail for a long, long time. I don't know if it will happen, but we will just wait and see. I think we need a big old kitty cleanser after that. And who better to feature than the billing department? Kitties in their Christmas sweaters. Okay, I had to do it. Okay, we had to show it. A little moment that happened not too long ago. Aren't they so cute? Once again, I want to thank everyone who has grabbed your pieces from the brand new Petty University Dropout collection. If you want to snatch your new items or grab some restocks, you can tap the link in the description or the pinned comment. A couple of Twitter shout outs from my last doc, the Casey Anthony Peacock Deep Dive. If you haven't seen it, it is linked below. First shout out goes to Dr. Hines, who says, "My inspiration, brilliant work as always. Thank you so much for the kind words." And the second shout out goes to Cream Cheesy, who says, "I have a headache now. Shifting the blame to her parents is just sad. She succeeded on doing the one thing she needed to do, placed doubt into everyone's minds, and I couldn't agree more." If you want to be my next Twitter shout out, make sure to follow me on Twitter at SpankyV, linked below, and retweet this video right here. Also, hit me up on Instagram, linked in the description. That's where I post most often and respond to a lot of DMs. Huge thank you to Bright Cellars for sponsoring this video. Be sure to tap the link in the description right now to get delicious, personalized wine right to your front door and get $50 off your first 4-bottle box, and treat yourself, honey. You deserve it. While extreme misogyny is obviously a factor here, at its core, I don't even know that the issues with these men are really about women. Yes, every single one of these man-children are threatened by women, that's obvious. The woman doesn't have to be pretty or successful or young, they're just threatened and afraid of women, period. Otherwise, they just shut up about it and move on. No one barks this loud and this long for their whole careers and lives about nonsense unless they fear it. But at its core, it's not just that they're threatened by women. I believe they're threatened by men who aren't threatened by women. Let that sink in for a second. They're threatened by men who respect women. They're threatened by men who will treat their women well, not just financially, if that's a dynamic of the relationship, but emotionally, mentally, sexually, and intellectually. They're threatened by men who aren't threatened by how much a woman makes, how much career drive she has, her stance on having children, how many people she slept with, who she talks to, and how she carries herself. And why? Because those men get respect from other men and from women. Those men get respect from society. Those men get respect from other respectable men. Hands down across the board, without fail, 99% of the time, those men get the respect, and men like Andrew just get forgotten. Men who respect women as human beings, who aren't afraid to respect women, those men demonstrate without all of the barking what a man worthy of respect looks like. And it showcases just how trash these red pill dudes are, because they're either incapable, intentionally ignorant, or unwilling to stop projecting their insecurities onto women and everyone else. Andrew Tate talks often about high value, the high value man, and how they're rare. The thing is, and this is so obvious, like a toddler could pick up on it, high value men don't bark on microphones about being high value. That's beneath them because it's stupid. High value men, high value women, high value people treat others with value, and in turn they earn everyone's respect. Like low rent, low value men like Andrew and like non-specific scumball 487 on Twitter who follows his every word feel the need to scream and shout all day long about their value, hoping if they scream, if they bark loud enough, someone might believe them instead of the actual high value individuals. Meanwhile, the good men are looking at this shit and being like, I'm bored. So what should we have for lunch? At the end of the day, for every dude like this that we discussed, there are good men, great men who know that the words of people like Andrew Tate is just garbage. And that gives me hope. Hope that not all is lost and that we as a society have a really great chance to learn, grow, do better, and be better as humans. That's what I want to focus on, especially as we enter this new year. So be good to yourselves, you deserve it, and be good to someone else today. And you know, when all else fails, stay ready, stay petty. Happy New Year, class dismissed. Swoop!